Rated E for everyone.
Hey everybody, Scroft here, welcome back to the channel. A really quick video right now. I don't normally do a video on content updates, but I got sent this by Giants pretty much a couple of days before it drops, which is today as you're watching this. But we're going to be getting patch 1.6 and a free content update that's going to come with a few things that we'll go into in a second. But the main thing I want to talk about is the patch 1.6, because I know a lot of people want updates and changes, and there's one that stands out to me as something worth talking about. So yeah, the John Deere and the class are obviously really good to get, especially the bale grab. That looks really good. So there's a video that Giant sent out, and I've put that at the start of this video so you'll be able to see. But we're basically going to be getting the Allbutt F155A bale grab, which is really good. I've seen a few mods of that in the past, so it's nice to have something like that to use in game on FS25. We're also getting the class Arian 550 to 530 models, that tractor. We're also getting the class FL140 front loader attachment. We're also getting the John Deere 6R series, so the 230s to the 250. We're also getting the John Deere 683R front loader attachment. Now, I have to applaud Giants for this. One, because it's obviously free content, you can't fault that. But also, we've had a few mods recently that dropped on Mod Hub that have been from Giants as well. So we're getting some of the stuff that we liked at the start of the game back, which is nice to see. But anyway, let's move on to the patch and what's actually been rolled out in this 1.6 update. Let's go to the highlights here. It says we've got 3 new machines available at the dealership, which is what we've seen above. Mod Hub update all button. So that sounds really good. It's a quality of life improvement. That basically means that if you've got mods and you want them to be updated, say if you've got like 5 mods that have dropped on Mod Hub that an update version to a mod you're already using, you can just press update all and it'll update all the mods. So that's a nice thing that they've added in there for people that use the Mod Hub in game. I actually am one of the ones that use it online, so I download my mods, then I go into the game after and kind of rate anything that stands out to me. That's the way I've always done it. Prefer to kind of be hands-on and manage it myself. We've got various technical changes to improve performance, various stability improvements to prevent crashes, and many other changes and improvements. So the patch has been rolled out today is what I imagine. So if you're like booting up, you come home from work and you're booting up the game, you should see these. You should see an update to the game happening to 1.6. But let's have a look through it. So we've got new additions and functionality. Mod Hub, update all button. Saving notification icon in multiplayer. So you'll see an icon now in game as the game's saving on a multiplayer server. So that's something that kind of makes you aware when it's saving in game. Smaller engine configurations for Deutschfahrer, graphics setting menu while within the active gameplay. So that's a menu within the active gameplay. Something I've wanted for a long time, which is where you can actually change the graphics in game. So you don't have to keep jumping out and jumping back in again. You can do it in game. So that's nice to have that. But let's have a look at the various changes and improvements, because I'm not going to read them all. You can see these as they go, and if you want to pause and go through them one by one. But there's something that I was looking at first. I was looking out for anything that was like custom pastures, and we can see it says here, change to custom pasture calculations, allowing for more chickens, pigs, and sheep in the same area as before. But the one that did stand out for me, I'm going to try to find this now, is this one. Fixed animal health and productivity calculations. Now, I've always said, since I did the videos of me checking of like the cows and how profitable they are, that make it make sense. I always said that, like, make it make sense, Giants, because it just doesn't work. You know, you're getting like, if you feed grass to a cow, it's 0 health, they don't produce milk, they don't reproduce, stuff like that just needed fixing. It looks like, and I haven't tested this out, I don't know what they've actually done, but it looks like they might have finally looked into that side of it and done some adjustments. Because what they specified there is they fixed the animal health and productivity calculations. So I'm hoping now that if you're feeding grass, They still have health, they still produce milk, they still reproduce, maybe just they're not as efficient, so they don't make as much milk, for example, or the value of the cow doesn't go up as much if you're doing beef stock. So that's something that I need to look into, but that's the one I wanted to point out because for me, that's important. Also, we've got under here fixed animal productivity bar showing global productivity state instead of combined productivity. So I'm not sure what that is, but I have just noticed something that I've missed. I've flown through these and just missed it, but it's now standing out to me, which is fixed grass-eating cows. So basically, does that mean that we now have confirmed that, that meadow grass is a thing? It's working now in game, and if they've also changed it so it's now they have some productivity, they'll make milk and all that stuff, it makes sense. And not only have they potentially here fixed the meadow grass, and that will now regrow and get consumed by the grass, they should also hopefully be productive and start making milk and stuff like that. I'd have to test it out, but I'm like reading this the day before it comes out, so I haven't got my hands on the update yet to know. I'm just going through the kind of change log. There's loads of stuff here, like I said. There's some stuff you might want to check out, some modding stuff at the bottom as well that I'll just scroll down to in a second. But yeah, the things that stand out for me there are changed custom pasture calculation, allowing for more chickens, pigs, and sheep in the same area. They've also fixed the animal health and productivity calculations, and they've also fixed it says here, fixed display of cow barn capacities, so whatever that is, and they've fixed the grass-eating cows. So fingers crossed now, meadow grass should work. Also, it'll make sense a bit more with animals and how they're going to be productivity-wise, and in the end, how much profitability that'll offer. So I'm going to have a look at this again, and it might even mean that in the future, I might need to redo the video on the cows and anything that it applies to. So I'll have to have a look at that. But I wanted to just do a quick update video on that and just talk to you that we are getting all these improvements. I've scrolled down now, so if you're into modding, we've got some stuff here. I know we've had issues in the past with Studio, which that thing's just gone right over so you can't see. Typical. I'll put a screenshot in if you can't see, but it basically says the lure breakpoints in Studio not working as they were added before connecting the game instance to Studio. Basically, I know the Studio side of it hasn't been working, so if anyone's interested in that, then at least there's some information there for modders if you want to just pause it and have a look at it. But that's pretty much it. So we've got some free content, we've got an update coming out, looks like they fixed it's finally the biggest problem I technically had with FS25 at launch, that and the manure, and we've now got both of them sorted out. So fingers crossed. I know I haven't tested this out, can't confirm it, but it just looks that way. So yeah, good news today, definitely. So thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you found it informative. If you have, give it a thumbs up for me. And if you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more videos just like this one on Farming Simulator. See you, everybody.